What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to AT4 Bill. My name is Bill. This is my 2024 GMC Canyon AT4. Today's video is going to be on that 6,500 mile review. So let's get started. Let's jump right in. Purchased a vehicle back in the end of July. This is a May-built truck in the month of May. I traded in my 2021 Chevrolet Colorado that you guys saw in the previous video and that I mentioned, which was a great truck, paid off and everything. And it was a work truck model, so it was very basic. Only had like cruise control, had the small 7-inch screen, and it had served its purpose. It had 64,000 miles when I traded in, I believe. And I decided to go and check out this third gen, the Colorados and the Canyons. Since GMC is more of like that premium brand out of GM, I decided to give this Canyon a good look. I was looking into a Colorado ZR2, which would be the equivalent to the AT4X over here, and that carried a little bit higher price. Now, for what I needed the vehicle, this truck was perfectly equipped, had all the safety technology, sunroof, which was, something new and something I really wanted in my vehicle due to like long road trips, and I just like to be out in nature. Even if I'm just going to the grocery store, so that's my way of enjoying nature. And it is off-road capable, which my last truck was, with added peak suspension. So that's just what I was looking for, and this vehicle checked all the boxes. Had 8 miles, and I put about 30 miles on it in the test drive. I was able to dig right in, and the salesman helped me out, check out all the great technology that's in this vehicle. Those screens, infotainment system, it is great. Your 360 camera, it's awesome for the trail. Again, you have that front facing camera, all the forward sensors, you have the forward facing camera, so it is definitely very well decked out, and it's what I was looking for, and it fit my needs. And again, this beautiful sand dune metallic color, it is something that I was definitely looking into. As my previous truck you guys saw was a silver color, silver metallic, and this color is like, how can you not want this color? It is like the most great color, and again, it matches that interior. So this brown and black leather interior, you guys can hardly see there. Let's go ahead and open up the door. Like it, I mean, you just walk right into it. You can definitely see that brown leather stitching, all the brown leather here. I mean, leather here in places where like you almost think it shouldn't even be, but it is. So it is great. And to keep going with the 6,500 mile review, so a few months ago I did a road trip. I live in Eastern Carolinas, North Carolina to be specific, and I did the road trip up to the Northeast, Connecticut, and then over to Indiana, and then back down. Throughout the time, I only had to fuel a few times. I was being very like smooth on the gas, like tiptoeing it, and I was able to average out 23 miles to the gallon, 24 miles to the gallon, which is a huge improvement from my previous truck. And with this 4-cylinder engine, I've been very impressed so far lately. I can fill up the tank depending on how much gas is, say 280 or something like that, 275 down here. I can fill up the tank with about $40, and I mean, who is complaining about that? Filling up a mid-size truck with $40. And one of the best things is this truck does not require premium fuel. So 87 octane, that's what it calls for, that's what I put in it, and so far not a problem. It's been good, so I won't put anything else in it. Maybe down the line, fuel injector cleaner. Sometimes we get dirty gas, depending on where I get gas. I usually try to stay consistent, either Sam's Club or Circle K or Wawa. So their gas is pretty good, just sometimes to clear it out. This being a turbo, again, haven't noticed a difference on anything. Performance-wise, it hasn't lacked a bit. I don't go too hard on the truck because it's relatively newer. But past that braking period, you can definitely feel the difference, and its performance is very good, almost class leading with 430 pound-feet of torque out of this 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine. They call it the Turbo Max. So performance is a check. So continuing on from performance, one thing I have noticed that has put a headache on me post vehicle purchase has been the headlights. So these are all LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED turn signal, LED fog lights. So the headlights and daytime running lights are or were flickering when I purchased the vehicle. I didn't notice it at first. I was so excited, and one, I don't do nighttime driving, so it wasn't really an issue until, some days I was driving later in the afternoon. I noticed the headlights are flickering. I'm like, oh, maybe it's going into the auto high beam setting, and I turned that off and it was still flickering. So I checked online and everybody was having the same problem. Mostly the trucks built in May, so like mine was, so this was an affected vehicle right from the people GM got the headlights from. Quality is literally garbage for newer cars. So it attacked this one. It had to have it with this one, sadly. So I was very bummed out. I'm like, man, that sucks. I can't really drive it at night. Because of that, GM, I opened up a case with them, and they were in contact with me throughout the whole process and with the dealership as well. So we came to the conclusion that after bringing it and diagnosing it, it was a module, and they were able to replace the module once the parts were available. Brought the truck in, the dealership down here where I purchased a vehicle in Eastern Carolina took a great care of me. I'm not going to plug them in because, well, they're not paying me anything, so I wouldn't do that, as I'm just starting off the channel. Maybe eventually on, or maybe if I purchase another vehicle with them, I'll see about that, or we'll figure something out in the future, hopefully. So yeah, the headlights, that was problem number one, but it was addressed, and haven't noticed anything. Again, I don't do a lot of night driving, so not something I would notice like right now in the daytime. Now the next thing that was broken or not properly done from the factory is this. So this is the windshield cowl. It is all plastic, which, yeah, every other car is plastic. For example, my Subaru Outback 2023, it's all plastic. So but they use like an overlay over here, so it's a little bit better and very well clipped in. They probably use metal clips, not like GM cheaping out and using plastic. So that piece there was broken, and I noticed it hand washing the truck the few times that I washed it. I'm like, man, what's wrong with that? And I opened the hood, I tried to place it back, and there was no clip. So they went ahead and took it in, diagnosed it, the clip or the whole part or whatever they replaced, which I believe just putting on a clip to it. They're like, oh, we don't have anything available, bring it back in a week or two. And I followed up with them. They were able to replace that and put that metal clip in, because I know for a fact they didn't change the whole windshield cowl. And so far, as you guys saw, it is good. Now, anything else that I might want to add? No other concerns, no other problems with the truck. For what I've driven the truck, it's been very good. Fuel efficiency, good. The way it comes out of the box is very good, very capable. Has that rear G80 locker, that real differential G80 locker, which is very good. No complaints off of that. Again, haven't done much off-roading. 6,500 miles. Don't want to break it yet, but it will in the upcoming future. We got something planned up with a buddy of mine. He has a Chevrolet Silverado ZR2, all overlanded out as much as you can think. I mean, cooler, LED lights, roof rack, rear bed rack. He has a house on wheels, basically, if you want to call it that. And a few things that I've added, I can't really talk about much because it's just like very minimalistic things, like those GMC accessory mud flaps or mud guards. And these are the rubberized ones, so pretty flexible for off-roading and adventures. And them iron bison steps, they work pretty good. Just for me, step in, step out, no big deal. So that's good. And suspension wise, this vehicle, the AT4, is equipped with the off-road suspension, so it gives it an inch of lift, or 2 inches, I believe it's what they call for of lift. The rear, they have blocks, and the front, I'm sure it's just a spacer to give it that 2 inches of lift. And it's wider in the front, so it looks pretty good, pretty mean, which I love that. My other truck, like I mentioned, I had that peak suspension, so front adjustable coilovers and rear shocks. They were 2.0, so nothing too crazy, but it was definitely a huge improvement from factory suspension. So I've been in contact with them, and they mentioned and on social media that they're working on something for this third gen vehicles, and even the AT4Xs, Denali's, all these vehicles. So hopefully in the upcoming months, I'll be able to order those new parts, upper control arms, in suspension, whole suspension, maybe some 2.5 adjustables, which are going to be great, so I can really dial in the ride that I want on my truck. And so that's going to be good. And let's see what else is in store. I don't really want to add anything else. I know Eibach has their suspension, their 2.0 Rs, which the rears have piggybacks, reservoirs. So those are very nice. And for the price, I think they're like $1,400. Probably for Black Friday, they'll have like, 10 or 15% off. But I don't want to go with that. I want to go with something a little bit more, want to step up and really have something that I can adjust on the go for whatever I'm going to really need it, and to give it that good look and of lift, so I can fit maybe 33s. I don't know about 35s. A lot of people have fit 35s with the Colorado Canyon Enthusiast, or CCE as they call it, the 2-inch lift blocks in the front. Don't want to add that. I've had that in the past with my previous truck, and I mean, it's not bad, but I'd rather wait and not spend money on something simple, and wait till I do the whole thing, suspension, wheels, and tires, so I can really notice a difference, and really deck out the truck that I want. I'll mostly keep the truck stock, how it is, like just kind of looks like this. I like the look, that's why I bought it, so I don't want to add anything too crazy. Like I mentioned, skid plates, yes, in the future. Rear bumper, we'll keep that. Don't want to get too crazy with anything else. Wheels and tires, I like KMC wheels, definitely have a good look to them. Same thing as like Method bead grip, with their bead grip technology is going to be great for this truck, and for what I want to use it for everyday driving and some weekend outings. So that should be good. In wheels, maybe some middle ridges should be good. I had KO2s on my truck for 60,000 miles. I mean, I traded it in with KO2s, and those worked wonders. These have been good so far. I mean, 6,500 miles. There's nothing bad to talk about brand new tires. So that's that. So yeah, maybe some KO3s, those new ones that came out. We'll see what we do in the future. We'll see what we do. So yeah. All right, folks, that's going to be it for today on AT4 Bill. Again, my name is Bill, and this is my 2024 GMC Canyon AT4. That is a 6,500 mile review on this vehicle. Went over a lot of things, a lot of yapping, as they call it, just on the truck and the things I've added, or maybe what I plan to do in the future, and that 6,500 miles, how it has been, fuel economy wise, suspension wise. It's all the good things that we purchase new vehicles for. If not, we'd keep the same old truck. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for some newer videos in the future. See you next time.